It is another example for pooled t-test. It has two groups, two samples. Sample number 1 and sample number 2. The first one is the float firearms. What is this for? The time to serve in prison. Absolutely. Firearms is longer. Don't shoot. Okay? Yeah, it's a very serious problem. Please don't do that. So we want to test if it is really longer. As absolutely on average, x1 bar is a 10.12. It's a month or year. Month in month. And the firearms is 18.78 month on average. But now we are going to apply pooled t-test. It's compare two population means by 6 steps. So let me do. Step number 1. Always the null statement is mu1 is equal to mu2. Always. We don't have any other choice. Always is mu1 is equal to mu2. Second, alternative hypothesis. Now we have to choose one of them. Which one? Not equal to, greater than, less than, which one? How do you think? Not equal to? No, I can see something.
Less than.
Less than? Why?
Less than.
Here's a claim. What? Less than. Who is smaller? For fraud. Number 1. Number 1 is smaller than number 2. Number 1 time, the serve time, shorter, less than. Left tail. What do you expect? We are going to take negative test statistic, the negative t-score, because it's less than, left tail. But we are going to ignore the sign, take the p-value from the t-table. Okay, just keep going. Number 2, can you see alpha? The significance level? How much? Where is alpha? 1%. Here is a 1%. Okay, now take the test statistic. For the t-score, first we need the SP. SP was the pooled standard deviation, which was square root of n1 minus 1 s1 square plus n2 minus 1 s2 square n1 plus n2 minus 2. n1 plus n2 minus 2 was the degree of freedom. Okay, so let me plug one by one. n1, 10 minus 1. s1, 4.90 square. The other 10 minus 1. s2, 4.64 square. 10 minus 2. When you take the SP, you know, it is a very long calculation. So please take part by part. 9, yeah, please don't plug 10 minus 1 in your calculator. Yeah, we knew it. 9 times 4.90 square add the other 9 times 4.64 squared. Please take it, numerator, and then take denominator, and then take the ratio, and then take the square root, please. Take your time, step by step, part by part. Please take SP. It is a very long calculation. Anybody? SP? 4.77. 4.77? Thank you. 4.77. Is it the test statistic? No, not yet. No. Okay. Now take the test statistic. T, which was the mean difference. I mean the sample mean difference. We plugged SP here, times 1 over N1 plus 1 over N2. Sample mean number 1, 10.12. Sample number 2, 18.78. We took SP 4.77, 1 over 10 plus 1 over 10. It is the same thing. Take the part by part. Take the mean difference. Take the denominator. And then take the ratio. Anybody?
Negative 4.06.
Negative 4 point what? 06. I told you we expected negative t-score, negative test statistic. Why? Because we had left tail. Most of the time, left tail, negative test statistic. So here is a part for SP, and finally, it is the test statistic. How much? Negative 4.06. So now, step 4, we need the p-value. Step 4, p-value. From where? T-table. From T-table, we need the degree of freedom. How many? Degree of freedom. 10, 10 minus 2. It was the degree of freedom. 9 and 9. N minus 1 and N minus 1. 9 and 9, 18. So please go to the line with the degree of freedom, 18. And please look for, ignore the sign, the negative. Please look for 4.06. I can expect it's a very right end, right? Yeah, because the last column on the line 18, it is a 2 point something. It's less than 3. But we had bigger than 4, 4.06. So the t-score 4.06 is over here, right? And please go up. Then what is the probability there? In the last column, 0.005. So do you expect the p-value is less than 0.005 or greater than 0.005? Here's a 0.005. Yeah, we don't have to take twice because we had only the left tail, right? We don't have to take twice. Is it bigger than 0.5% or less than 0.5%? less than. It's good, right? Less than. How much was alpha?
1%.
Alpha was 1%, but the p-value less than 0.5%. Is it less than 1% or bigger than 1%? Absolutely, it is less than 1%. Does it make sense? Less than 1%? Less than 0.5% is less than 1%. What will be the decision? Reject the null. Reject the null. In step 6, we should interpret alternative statement, which was mu1 is less than mu2. Mu1 is less than mu2. What does it mean? Mu1 is a who was the mu1? Mu1 was the mean time for serve. For what? Fraud. Who was the mu2? The other mean time for firearms. Who is longer? For firearms. Yeah. So absolutely, we can make the conclusion. So let me go to step 6. We can state the mean time to serve for firearms is longer than that for fraud. Can you make the conclusion? Interpretation? It is a very long calculation. 6 steps.